Cessation of movement into and out of 5 zoned counties of Nairobi, KIAMBU, NAKURU, KAJIADO and MACHAKOS has been lifted, announcing the new directives earlier today during the Labor Day celebrations at State House, Nairobi. President Kenyatta said the government reached the decision after COVID-19 infections reduced significantly. Here's our reporter MAJIBU KITSAO's comprehensive report on the newly announced measures. Take a look.
President Uhuru Kenyatta has lifted the travel ban in and out of Nairobi and 4 other counties following a decrease in COVID-19 infections. Speaking at State House, Nairobi today during the Labor Day celebrations, Kenyatta said the closure, which affected Nairobi, KIAMBU, Machakos, KAJIADO and Nakuru counties, has resulted in a 74% decrease in infections.
With regard to the zoned areas comprising of the counties of Nairobi, Machakos, KIAMBU, KAJIADO and Nakuru, it is directed that the cessation of movement into and out of the zoned areas be and is hereby lifted.
Curfew hours will now begin at 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. effective midnight today.
The hours of curfew in the zoned area are revised to commence at 10 p.m. and end at 4 p.m. with effect from midnight on this day of May 2021 until otherwise directed.
Kenyatta also highlighted that schools will reopen on 10th of May for the 3rd term as announced earlier by Education CS George Magoha.
All our educational institutions in all levels of learning shall reopen in accordance with the calendar issued by the Ministry of Education.
The term will end on July 16th under the new calendar, which contains 4 school terms into 1 year instead of the customary 3 to make up for the lost time in last year. In-person and congregational worship shall resume in strict compliance with Interfaith Council guidelines, as sporting activities shall be guided by the Ministry of Health jointly with the Ministry of Sports.
That in-person and congregational worship shall resume in strict fidelity to the guidelines issued by the Interfaith Council and the Ministry of Health. However, the attending congregation is still capped to 1/3 of the capacity of the place of worship. That the resumption of sporting activities shall be guided by the regulations to be issued by the Ministry of Health jointly with the Ministry of Sports.
The number of visitors for hospitalized patients has also been limited to 1 visitor per patient per day. MAJIBU KITSAO for Switch TV.
Thank you, MAJIBU KITSAO.